Hello everybody, Oliver G here for the Earful Tower. Short and sweet episode today. It's a kind of listy one with 5 small museums that we truly love in Paris. I'm talking about me and my wife, Lena Norton-G, who I've roped into this episode because after all, she visited all these museums with me. So before we get into it, the rules. When I say small museums, I mean both in size and popularity. I even looked at the top 15 most visited museums in Paris, according to the tourism board. Not one of these that you're going to hear are on that list. And I think they're all fairly underrated as well. And this was actually inspired by us visiting the Cognac J Museum that was on Lena's bucket list today. Did it make the cut? You'll find out after this jingle. Not really a jingle, that's music from Pres Maxson, and sitting across from me, Lena Norton-G. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great.
Congratulations on ticking off a bucket list item.
I was just going to brag about it myself, so thank you very much.
Cognac J Museum. Now, in last week's episode, we talked about how we didn't know about it very much. We obviously researched it and went and checked it out. Mm-hmm. It's a collection of art from about 100 years ago. Mr. Cognac and his wife, Madame J.
Yeah, mixed in with some modern art for a temporary exhibition, but I think they do a bunch of those. So yeah. Did
you walk out of there saying, I love that, that was the best thing I've ever done?
Well, way to put me on the spot. I guess no, but I did really enjoy it. But it wouldn't be, I don't know, it's not my favorite small museum.
I think it didn't make our list, and it prompted us to do this list instead. I think if people are coming to Paris and they know the city exceptionally well, go and see Cognac J.
Oh, definitely. It's charming, you know, it's got the lovely features. I don't know, I feel like if you need to make choices and need to make cuts, rather than go to this, I would choose Chasse de la Nature Museum.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it.
Musée de la Chasse et de la Nature.
That's it. That's the one.
That's on the list. We'll get to that in a second, but I agree. I think if you live in Paris and time is not an issue, as we do, it's a perfect way to spend a morning.
Oh, yeah.
When we were in there, I remember saying to you, I can't believe that this is just here.
Yeah.
We live 20 minutes walk from this. It's just here. Some of the paintings were
and it
stunning.
should be for free, right?
It usually is for free, but because there's a temporary modern art exhibition that's woven in.
You pay for that.
You pay for that.
Yeah.
So we pay 11 euros each to get in. Yeah. But, I mean, totally stunning.
Oh, yeah.
Just not a top 5.
No. It had, like, lots of small, tiny rooms. And I felt like maybe there was no... I kept waiting for, like, when do we get to like the main place or main rooms or something? But no, it was great, but not the top one.
You know what struck me about it is Mr. Cognac himself. There was a plaque in there that said what he was influenced in buying. He was very influenced by his sort of what was the word, like the
consigliere.
Yeah, he did get a lot of Italian stuff.
There was a lot of Venice in there.
Yeah, so his consigliere was like, oh no, invest in this, invest in that, and that kind of took away from me.
Yeah.
I prefer the idea that him or his wife were like, this speaks to me.
I know,
Yeah,
and I
give me
feel
your
like
personality,
that's,
Cognac.
you know, you might have all the money in the world, but you can't buy taste or style.
Yeah,
I guess you can.
Obviously, it was, but it's not his style.
It's not his.
There was
it's
no
bought.
weaving.
I know that would have been really cool.
And there
if
are
he
some
was
museums like that.
Yeah, there are.
Not
people
today.
Are real connoisseurs.
Not from Cognac. But thanks for having us, Cognac. What an idea of the first on this list is one that I put in here. Can't believe it's not in the top 15. Musée Rodin.
That surprised me.
Probably the most famous museum on this list. I love this museum.
Yeah, me too.
The Rodin Museum. I would say on your first trip to Paris.
I love it. And it's close by, like it's close enough to the Eiffel Tower so you could weave that into a day.
You can see the Eiffel Tower from outside, I think.
And you can it's just so lovely. Even the gardens. The gardens, they're great. It's a little cafe there. You can have lunch. It's so nice.
We lived across the road from it, as in across the Invalides from it.
Yeah.
And I would have, it was during the COVID times, I guess, but I would have thought we would have gone there an awful lot more just for the garden. Remember Otis, our son, took some of his first steps on the lawn there.
Yeah.
We got pictures of him.
I remember feeling nervous that he walked on the grass.
Yeah, me too. But in case you don't know, I'm talking about Auguste Rodin, the sculptor. His pieces are all over this. It's kind of a mansion. It's not really that small. Compared to the Louvre, it's tiny. But inside and outside, absolutely charming.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's a must-see. I think just change your whole list of what you're going to do if you're coming to Paris if you don't have the Rodin Museum. Let's get a bit off the beaten track here with the next one. Something that features on my Marais walking tour. We don't go in there, but I point to it.
Nice little plug.
theearfultower.com/tours. It is the Musée. I'll try and talk about this in a different way that I talk about on the tours so people don't think I'm doing a script. But it's the Musée des Archives Nationales, meaning the National Archives.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
what's in there?
Yeah, I think that puts a lot of people off.
Yeah, it sounds scary and
they think there's old telephone books, you know.
Yeah. It sounds exactly.
Yeah, Well, I'll tell you the honest thing is, it's one of those museums that you can go for just the walls. And what I mean by that is, it's an old hotel particulier. It is an aristocratic mansion, a brilliant interior downstairs. Like
Versailles level.
Exactly. Say that you forget about everything that's on display. Just go to the back rooms and look at those sort of faded blue walls. I once went in there and there were children, maybe 8-10 years old, learning, I think, guitar in there, in that round room at the back. And I just thought, what a treat.
Magical.
These children don't even realize.
Yeah.
And then if you're lucky, there's a staircase going up. And I mean lucky because they're perpetually understaffed there, and so they always close the top. But if you're in luck, you go upstairs. It's a copy-paste of downstairs, but gilded. It's so amazing.
Wow. Is this a place where you also can see Marie Antoinette's letter and signature and everything?
And Napoleon's will. And did you immediately think of, was it Succession where he buys Napoleon's willy? Did you think of that?
No.
He did a funny face.
You freak.
Napoleon's something Napoleon, but he's got his signature there. And it's terribly...
I love Succession.
It's terribly laid out in that, I mean, when you go to the Mona Lisa in the Louvre, there's signs all the way.
Oh yeah, here's just like, we got some stuff here as well.
Yep. If you look in a display case, a glass display case, you just see Napoleon's signature on something.
Yeah.
What?
You're like, really?
Yeah,
Is that supposed to be there?
Amazing. And it's in the 3rd arrondissement, right on the border of the 4th. So my walking tour sticks almost all. That's probably why I don't go in there.
Also, as you enter, you go through the courtyard. But if you take a little, like almost when you reach the entrance, but you take a right, you get into this almost like private little garden bit.
Such a secret garden that once, I'll give a shout out to one of the tours that I did once. I was talking about, I used to go into it, but I don't anymore. And I said, no one knows this is here. It's totally hidden. And as we turned a corner in that little garden, there were these two dudes very clearly doing a drug deal. Like, very clearly. And they looked up at us with, like, marijuana in his hand and guilt in his face. And I was like, well, that's how secret it is. You do an open drug deal. The other thing is that once I took a larger group into the museum, because they sort of bent my arm. My arm can be bent on these tours. And the staff ran up to me. They're like, why are you taking 5+ people in here without a permit? And I was like, oh.
Sorry.
That's where I learned the rules of the Musée des Archives Nationales, where it features in the Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, yeah.
Bad Guys headquarters. How cool is that?
It's great.
Next museum, you claim you've not been to this one, and you can share the next one because I've not been to that one. But the Maison de Balzac, in brief, it's... Is
this the guy, whenever you see a statue in Paris with a very large head?
Yep.
That's him.
Which, incidentally, Rodin did him. Oh. He's got a huge head. Oh. Big ugly head, I'll say it. He got a big ugly head, this guy. And I mean, a lot of people maybe have never heard of Balzac or never read any of his work, but you can go and see his home. And this is on the other side of the town, the 16th arrondissement. I really loved it. It's one of those ones I've been to a couple of times. An unexpected view over the city, over the Eiffel Tower, from his garden. Inside, when I went, there was a cool collection of different things. There were some little Picassos on the wall. There was it was a while since we're there, but I remember there was like his cane. He had a pimp cane there with all these sort of gilded details on it. And I thought that was really cool.
Is that where you got your interest for canes?
I don't know, maybe.
You got inspired.
I can't remember, but it's just nice, and it's a lot of his. We're talking about it before. For Cognac, it didn't have a personality. This place has a personality.
I love that.
It's his old home, Balzac, and there's all stories about him evading taxes, and Interesting guy.
Yeah.
All the stories and characters he made. But even if you're not a fan, it's a cool museum. Like the archives, a cool museum for the building itself. And nice and quiet, very under-visited, underappreciated. And a nice little cafe.
I love that. And it feels like this guy who would have chosen his own art.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
yeah. Personality. Big head, lots of room for ideas.
Love that.
Sorry to his family if you're alive and listening.
It's all in good humor.
Yeah. This next one you talk about, I still hadn't been able to have, actually. The Musée de la Chasse et de la Nature.
Yes, yeah. This is the one I feel like if you're in the Marais and want a small museum, instead of Cognac J, go to Chasse et de la Nature. Because it is that, I feel like it has all of those things that Cognac J was lacking. It's got the curious little staircases and the hidden rooms, and it's got a lot of personality and it's quirky.
Animals?
Lots of animals.
What's the deal? I mean, a lot of people, we've talked about it before. You mentioned it on that episode. We did a really popular episode once. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the guy who was coming here for 12 hours or something?
Yeah.
And you were talking about that museum?
I think his name was Will.
Yeah, it was Will. That's right. Do you remember his last name?
No.
Will. It was Will, yeah. And you said go to Chasse Nature, and I remember saying back then that I didn't remember thinking much of it. I went back after you talked about it, and it is cool.
It is cool.
There's the hunting museum, but the animals, like it's all done
and
fairly, tastefully, everything.
Oh, no, I think I rate this, highly rate this place. It's cool, it's fun, it's small, it's quirky.
How often do you get to see a polar bear standing at the top of the staircase when you come up?
What a greeting, what a welcome.
So we've done 4. The headline said 5. And instead of going with the 5th one that you can go and see today, as a sort of bonus, I want this list to be timeless. Mm-hmm. We've got 3 other small museums that are all currently closed today. But I want people to go and seek out if they're listening to this in 5 years. Or
and
if
they
they're reading.
Certainly belong on this list.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you could call it the top 7. But really it's the top 5. And we'll just whiz through them, I think. First is one that I've never been to, but you love, is the Musée Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It was one of the first museums that I went to in Paris. It's I actually, when I first went, I had it confused with his beautiful gardens and villa in Morocco, so I expected this whole courtyard with lots of amazing garden things, but this is a cool small museum dedicated to fashion and to his collections, and they highlight different themes, I suppose. So it's usually, I always have a good time when I go.
So this is the one, is that the one with the shoes along the staircase? I've seen pictures of. Where's
that's
that?
A Dior.
Which one is this then?
No, this is a small one. It's kind of tucked away.
Because you said you'd been there 4 times.
Yeah.
I've got to go to see this place.
Yeah,
okay.
I've never been.
Yves Saint Laurent. Okay. Well, it's on my list, literally. So I'm looking forward to it. But it's currently being closed for renovation over in the 16th arrondissement. The next one, which is also being renovated as we speak, but I love this museum. I've talked about it on the show before. I love, is the Nissim de Camondo.
Oh, it's, definitely. It's probably my favorite.
Time capsule of the 18th century.
It's lovely.
So this is a Jewish family that had collected all this art, and then it's such a tragic story. It's tied in with the villa, what's that villa?
Kerelos?
Yes,
in
Kerelos,
Nice?
near Nice, in the Riviera, which was one of his family members, and everybody was killed in the
it's a horrible story. Incredibly beautiful houses.
And part of his sort of testament was to leave the house exactly, they can't touch anything, and it's so beautiful. People will have recognized it if they've seen, was it Lupin, the show had featured some scenes in there.
Oh, really?
Probably renovating after the camera crew went and knocking over priceless vases and stuff.
Right.
But that one's a super, 100% add that to your list. It's been closed for a while. And this one, no one's seen inside. The last one that we'll finish on, no one's been inside yet, is the Musée Hector Guimard.
I know you're looking forward to that one.
It's going to be, so it's in the Hôtel Mézara, which is also in the 16th arrondissement. And I was thinking about buying it, because
Here we go.
because it was on sale. I was thinking of doing a crowdfunding and getting the Eiffel Tower to buy it.
I love it.
Because it's designed by my favorite Art Nouveau architect, Hector Guimard, who did the metro entrances, those green metro entrances to Paris. And it was just a building where he did almost everything, and they used it as like a hospital or a school, bits and pieces of it, had different uses. And then it just sat empty for ages, and then they tried to sell it
privately?
They tried to sell it for anyone who'd take it for millions and millions, and no one touched it. Big renovation job. And then the city must have taken it, and they're turning it into a museum of his stuff.
Which is for the benefit of all.
And so it's not open until 2027, but they say maybe 2028.
Yeah.
But who cares? Let's get excited. Let's buy tickets.
Let's buy tickets.
So there you go. There's a whole list of museums that are not in the top 15, all worth looking at. We'll put all the addresses and everything and the websites in the show notes below and on Substack and on the website, so you can't miss it. And I think through this week, I'll share some of the other museum stuff we've done over the years, because we've done a lot of museum visits and done a lot of content on it. But as always, take all this with a pinch of salt. Go and discover museums we never heard of. You don't need to just go to the Louvre and the Musée d'Orsay, as brilliant as they are, because there's so much else on offer in this city. Go out and find it. Lena, thanks for jumping on the podcast again.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to everybody who supports this show on Patreon and Substack. Without you guys, we would not exist. Also, a big shout out to the walking tour people who come on our tours. The Marais with me on Monday mornings. Find them at theeiffeltower.com/tours. Maybe we'll see the archives together. I'll leave you with that thought. Thanks for listening. Merci beaucoup and au revoir.